Magic Tree House, Sunset of the Saber-Tooth, Volume 7, Part 1. Chapter 1. The M Things. "Let's go to the tree house," said Annie. She and Jack were passing the Frog Creek woods on their way home from their swimming class at the Y. "No, I want to go home and change out of my bathing suit," said Jack. "Oh, that'll take too long," said Annie. "Don't you want to save Morgan as soon as possible?" "Of course." "Then come on before the sun sets." She darted into the woods. Jack sighed. He gave up on the idea of changing out of his bathing suit. He pushed his glasses into place. He followed Annie into the Frog Creek woods. The warm air smelled fresh and green. He moved through patches of sunlight and shadow. Soon he came to a small clearing. He looked up. There it was, the magic tree house and the tallest tree in the woods. "Hurry!" called Annie. She was climbing the rope ladder up to the tree house. She grabbed the ladder and started up after her. Finally, they reached the tree house. Squeak! A mouse sat on the window sill. "Hi, Peanut," cried Annie. Jack patted the tiny head. "Sorry you didn't come sooner," said Annie, "but we had to go to our swimming lesson." "What happened while we were gone?" asked Annie, looking around the treehouse. Jack stared at a large M carved into the wooden floor. On the M were a moonstone and a mango, the special things they found from the list to the two from their last two journeys. "Hey, guess what?" said Jack. "Moonstone, mango start with the letter M, just like Morgan." "You're right," said Annie. "I bet all four things start with an M." "Right," said Annie. "I wonder where we'll find the next one." She and Jack stared at the stacks of books in the treehouse. Books on the Amazon, rainforest, ninjas, pirates, mummies, knights, and dinosaurs. All of them were closed. Only one book lay open in the corner. "We're just about to find out," said Jack. They walked over to the open book. They looked at the page the book was open to. It showed a picture of rocks and snow. "Wow," said Annie, running her finger over the picture. "I love snow. I wish we could go there right now." "Wait, we're not prepared." Then he had another thought. "And we're wearing our bathing suits." "Stop." "Oops," said Annie. Too late. The wind started to blow. The leaves started to shake. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was silent. It was silent as the falling snow. Chapter 2. Bones. Jack, Annie, and Peanut looked outside. Snow was falling from a gray sky. The tree house was in the tallest tree in a grove of tall, bare trees. The grove was on a wide, white plain. Beyond the plain were high, rocky cliffs. "I'm cold," said Annie. Her teeth chattered. She wrapped her towel tightly around her. Squeak! Peanut sounded cold too. "Poor mouse," said Annie. "I'll put you into Jack's pack. You'll be warmer there." Annie slipped Peanut into the pocket of the backpack. "We have to go home." "We need warmer clothes." "We can't go home. We can't find the Pennsylvania book, not until our mission is completed. Remember, that's the way the magic works." "All right." "We can't find the Pennsylvania book." Jack looked around. There was no sign of the Pennsylvania book. That always took them home. Annie peered out of the window again. "Where are we anyway?" she asked. "I'll find out," said Jack. He picked up the open book and read the title on the cover. "Life in the Ice Age." "Ice Age," said Annie. "No wonder we're cold." "We better find the third M thing soon," said Jack, "before we freeze to death." "Look, people," she pointed out the window. Jack saw them. 4 figures on a cliff, 2 big figures and 2 little ones, all holding long spears. "Who are they?" said Annie. "I'll look in the book," said Jack. He found a picture of some people. He read the caption to Annie. "Early modern humans were called Cro-Magnons during the late Ice Age in Europe. They sometimes lived in caves beneath cliffs." "Why are they carrying spears?" Jack turned the page. He found another picture of a Cro-Magnon. Cro-Magnon family often hunted together. They covered deep pits with branches, then they drove reindeer and mammoths into the traps. "Oh, trapping the animals? That's sad," said Annie. "No, it's not. They could live without hunting." "They didn't have supermarkets, you know." They watched the family disappear over the other side of the cliff. "Come on, I'm freezing. Let's hurry and find the M thing while the Cro-Magnons are hunting." "But I want to meet them." "Forget it. They don't have books that tell them about us. They'll think we're some enemy and hurl their spears. Yikes. Jack put his book away. Squeak! Peanut peeked out of the backpack. Stay in here. Jack pulled on his back and started down the ladder. Annie followed. On the icy ground, they huddled together. The wind was biting. Jack put his towel over his head. Snow blew against his glasses. Hey, Jack, look at me! Annie had put on her swimming goggles. Now I can see. Good thinking. Now cover your head with your towel. Most of your body's heat is lost through your head. Annie wrapped her towel around her head. We should find a cave or someplace warmer, said Jack. I bet there are caves in those cliffs. She and Jack started across the white plain. The snow wasn't deep yet, but the wind was blowing hard. I told you, Annie pointed to the opening. They ran to it. Careful, said Jack. They stepped carefully into the shadowy cave. It was slightly warmer inside, but at least the wind wasn't blowing. In the gray light, they stamped the snow off their sneakers. Annie took off her goggles. It smells in here, said Jack. Yeah, like a wet dog. Let me see what I can find out, said Jack. He pulled out the Ice Age book. I'll look around. Maybe the M thing is here. Then we can go home and get warm. Jack stood by the entrance so he could read the book. This cave is filled with sticks. What? He didn't look up from the book. No, wait, I think they're bones. Bones? Yeah, lots of them back here, all over the floor, actually. Jack turned the pages of his book. He found a picture of a cave filled with bones. I hear something. Jack read the writing below the picture in the cave. It said, the great cave bears of the Ice Age were over 8 feet tall. These bears were larger and fiercer than today's grizzlies. Their caves were filled with bones of their ancestors. Annie, get back here now. They were in the cave of a great cave bear. And that is it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and wait for the next part. Bye.